Good afternoon, this is Peter Towers from AEST BIZTOOLS. Welcome to this webinar as part of our Business Advisory Services product series, Getting Ready to Deliver Business Advisory Services Part 1. Part 1 is going to cover a range of discussions relative to partners, team members, clients, leadership, team training, product services that you can offer to your clients. The implementation of business advisory services requires some evaluation of partners' current positions. We've included within the system a template for a partner's questionnaire. Our suggestion is that partners should be adopting a mentor, rainmaker, coach role and encouraging their managers and accountants to get involved in the delivery of business advisory services products. The system includes a team members questionnaire. It's very important to get the views of the individual team members so that you can ascertain who is keen to be involved in the extra work, the extra reading that is required if they are going to be effective in offering business advisory services type products to your clients. Client interviews are also extremely important as part of the preparation to offer business advisory services. Whilst there's been a large number of surveys from MYOB, universities, Smith Inc., Proactive Accountants, and very recently CCH, all of which have identified that probably somewhere in excess of 85% of small medium enterprise businesses would like to see their accountants adopting a far more proactive role in advising them on their business activities to really earn the status of trusted advisor. Nevertheless, there will be some people in firms all over Australia and New Zealand who will say, but our clients are different. Our clients think differently. Well, one way to overcome that is to conduct some interviews with your own clients. The AEST BIZTOOLS system includes some questionnaire templates for use with your clients to get their feedback as to what type of services they require. A word of warning, based on the experience I've had in conducting these types of reviews with clients, 80 to 90% of them will say yes, they want these services provided. But then a number of them will make a comment similar to the following. You make sure that this firm now implements these strategies because we now know that they're capable of offering these types of services, and it's the type of services we want. Another important aspect is to classify clients. Various commentators have been advising accountants for a few years that clients should be graded A, B, C. The A's are the ones that you should be able to fearlessly offer business advisory services to. They should be the clients who are looking for a chief financial officer type service. These are the ones that you hope to convert to A's over the next 1 to 2 years. Industries is also very important. It's inconceivable that you can offer business advisory services without developing a knowledge, in some cases a very thorough knowledge of the industries that you're going to specialise in. Most firms, when they analyse it, will find that around 80% of their fee income comes from 5 or 6 different industries. Therefore, there is a golden opportunity, especially in this period of looking at the digital disruption as forecast by Deloitte, to really take on board the challenge of developing accountants, managers and partners, of course, who have got intimate knowledge of particular industries. If you were the chief financial officer of your clients, you would know something about their industry. Therefore, shouldn't the same rationale apply to an accounting firm that is wanting to offer business advisory services? Who is your expert in grazing, farming, steel manufacturing type support industries, retail, medical, dental? These are the people who will be then able to supply realistic advice to the clients. The clients will have greater confidence in their advisors, in that they know that their accountant has some understanding of what the challenges of particular industries are. So what we're going to do now is go to the AEST BIZTOOLS website and have a look at the actual website, so that you can see where this information is going to come from. So if we go to products, we go into business advisory services, and we will first of all go to introduction to business advisory services, just to find out where the material is that I've just been referring to. So on your screen you have the executive summary of this first paper, which we will now download into the PDF format. The other download you can do is into Word. It just takes a fair bit longer to download it there. So here's the contents. This is a typical AEST BIZTOOLS paper, but this is not one that you would make available to your client. But you could badge it above the double line, because that's what that's left there for, with your logo and name and address. And then we have the forms that are attached to the document. So the instruction paper supplies a commentary of how you might go about offering business advisory services. The various forms are the procedures. So the first area we start with is predictions of accountancy business's evolutions over the next 3 years. This is a pretty vital period, because it's the period that Deloitte's report considers in digital disruption, short fuse, big bang. And they have identified that accountants will encounter significant digital disruption in the next 2.5 years. What an opportunity to meet this challenge with a range of new products and services. If clients elect to do a little bit more work in-house, or if some of your work gets done offshore, so what? You should be able to offer a broader range of services to assist your clients. The CCH report, SMEs, the fine line between failure and success, also identified additional services that clients are looking for from their accountants: management of costs, management monitoring, business plans, assistance in raising capital or loan funds, expansion advice. There's information there also from the CCH Proactive Accountants webinar on the 7th of May, which identified some other information that was revealed to the firm that conducted the surveys for CCH, but the information was not included in the written report. So there's various comments there to help you deciding on what you believe the future of accountancy businesses are between now and 2016. There's also a checklist for the vision for the future of accountancy businesses. You could go through that and tick the items that you're already supplying to your clients, and then mark some of the other items that you may be considering to supply to clients in the future. And then we have a suggested strategy that might be utilised within the firm to implement business advisory services. So there's a range of material there to help you get organised to supply the services that you are going to supply in a post-compliance era. Now, compliance will never get below 50% of the fee mix for most accounting firms, but it would be nice to have 30 or 40% coming from business advisory services, especially as you go into this period of digital disruption. So we'll now go back to the PowerPoints. I've mentioned industry specialisations. Some people, particularly Andrew Geddes from Smith Inc., believe that the implementation process could take up to 3 years. I believe it's at least 18 months to 2 years, depending on the commitment from various people. Obviously, you've got to work around your current work program. The key point we're trying to make is this is not an overnight phenomenon that you're suddenly going to be able to generate 30 to 40% of your fees from business advisory services. The team members need to be prepared, there needs to be training, there needs to be implementation. And partners do need to delegate so that they can free up the time that they will need to mentor, coach and encourage clients to participate in the process of implementing business advisory services. The next area I want to turn to is leadership. There's no doubt that this idea of offering business advisory services requires the firm to develop a vision. There are going to be changes made within the firm, and that vision needs to be communicated to the team itself, to your clients, and to the business community at large. And this should be an area where every member of the team, from the most junior employee to the senior partner, are encouraged to be involved. But it's very important that the key people, like the receptionist, the director of first impressions, are aware of what's happening, so that if a client or a prospect inquires as to what business advisory services is all about and what does your accountancy business do to supply those services, that he or she is able to give the answer. So the changes need to be integrated within the culture of the firm. This shouldn't be something that's seen as being completely different or at arm's length from the general activity, not a them and us type attitude. So leadership is about creating the right environment to offer these services, so that within the package of products within ESS BIZTOOLS, we have a section headed Leadership Strategies for Business Advisory Services. Is the executive summary for that area. And we'll again view it as a PDF document. So this paper has been written by Peter McDougall, the Managing Director of Leadership Academy, who have written the material for us for leadership. So McDougall has prepared a summary of the process of preparing the firm, and he's established that there is 8 steps: the need to change, the create an implementation guidance team, develop the vision and strategy, communicate that vision and strategy, cover all areas and encourage ideas and involvement, generate quick successes. Very important that you get some runs on the board. Build on the successes. Consolidate and integrate into the changes into the culture. And there are links to other components within business advisory services. So that is the approach that we're outlining for leadership to assist in offering those services to your firm. The next area we want to look at is team training. This is where a lot of work has to be spent. Getting the team ready. You need to identify who's going to be trained. Our suggestion is you use the balanced scorecard questionnaire that will help you to measure your team's attitude towards the delivery of business advisory services. And this will lead to the identification of product champions. Who are the team members who are going to be the cash flow management experts or champions? Who are the team members who are going to be the business planning champions? The business health check champions? The chief financial officer services champions? And the other associated champions area is industries. This is where you need to identify what are the key industries that your business is supplying services to. Identify them, get the top 5 or 6, and then look to obtain volunteers, and if not, you might have to do some appointments of people who will spend some extra time, do some extra reading, become familiar with the intricacies of particular industries so that they're more at home in talking to the owners and management teams of your clients who are involved in particular industries. So one of the key questions to be answered in this whole process is, do you have the right people? One way to determine whether you've got the right people, I believe, is to encourage them to each prepare a personal plan for the next 12 months. And within the ESS BIZTOOLS material, there is a template for this. And then monitor them. And the best way to monitor them is to appoint some mentors. Now, the mentors might be partners, but they might be some clients or people from some of those key industries, or an external consultant who sits down and talks to these team members 3 or 4 times a year to see how they're going. Are they on track to achieve their personal plans? So within ESS BIZTOOLS, there is a suggested training program to train the team members in the various products. And part of this process is to conduct some mock interviews with other team members acting as the clients to make sure that the accountants are able to communicate effectively with the client. So we're just going to go back into ESS BIZTOOLS, back into the business advisory services area. We go into team training for business advisory services. This is the executive summary. There's quite a bit of material here, a lot of forms. We'll go into the PDF area where you can view the material, and we can then look at some of the data. What we have on the screen at present is the balanced scorecard questionnaire. This is a 50-question questionnaire looking at your accountancy, business, corporate governance roles. What do your team members think of these? What do they think of your entrepreneurial, marketing, promotion activities? marketing's been a bit of an unknown, or a area that accountants haven't really ventured into in the past. But with all the changes occurring, the digital disruption as forecast by Deloitte, it's going to be a necessity for accountancy firms to market their services. I was at a seminar at Service Paradise in February presented by Smith Inc., and one of the speakers, an accountant from Canberra, indicated that he was reviewing the profit and loss account of a client that he'd had for 15 years and noticed there was an entry, business consulting. He rang the client and asked what business consulting was for, and the client enthusiastically responded, "I've appointed a coach and we've achieved some wonderful things." John, the accountant, said, "Didn't you know we could have supplied those services?" And the phone went dead for about 30 seconds. And the client said, "Well, John, I've been your client for 15 years. I've received a lot of information about annual accounts, tax returns, ASIC requirements, superannuation funds, but you'd never talked to me about being able to coach me or offer a wider range of services." John, the accountant, indicated that this was really driven home to him of the need for the accountancy business to market its services, to develop a range of business advisory services, or to subscribe for them, as he said, and start using them to convince the clients that your firms understand these non-compliance areas and are able to deliver the service. In that particular case, his firm had probably got $26,000 slipped through their fingers to another organisation. Now, some of that money may have had to get spent with other organisations in any case, because they may have had particular expertise, but a substantial part of it probably could have been retained in-house within the firm if the client was satisfied that, in this case, John's firm was able to deliver what the client was looking for. So what you've got on the screen there at present is the balance scorecard. It's a detailed document. Our suggestion is that the balance scorecard should be completed on a 6-monthly basis by team members who are involved in business advisory services, so that you can map the progress. What's on the screen now is a list of some of the products that you might look at for product champions, and then a list of some of the attributes you might be looking for within industry champions. So all this is, and some of the industries you might look at, this is all part of trying to get your team ready to offer these services. We believe it's essential you go through and check that you've got the right people. So there's a checklist there to assist you in doing that. Are they on the right bus, and are they seated in the right seat on the bus? And what sort of team training is going to be necessary to get your team ready to be able to offer these services to your clients? So that's the team training. We'll just go. The next area is product services to offer. Within AEST BIZTOOLS, we've included 13 products or services you might care to offer your clients, and some of them are listed on the screen. Now, there could be more, but we're not suggesting you try to offer all these products and services in the first 6 months of offering business advisory services. Why not pick 3 or 4 at a time, do the right preparation, get the team ready, make sure you've incorporated the templates that are within business advisory services into your system, so that you're able to confidently deliver. And then in 6 months' time, add another 3 or 4. We intend to continue to produce business advisory services, so that products, so that they're available for you. We have a list of at least another dozen, and we'll be progressively developing those as time passes and firms are implementing this material at a faster rate. Now we're now going to go back into the system so you can see it working again on review of products and services that could be offered. So we've got the executive summary once again, which gives you some guidance, and then a checklist of some of the products or services that could be offered. And we're introducing here some discussion on bundled products, gold packages, services, silver packages, bronze package. So there's a checklist of potential products listed on the screen that you might consider need to be introduced. We then have a form to assist you to identify which industries your clients are involved in. Manufacturing, trades, professions, farmers, retail, and undoubtedly there's some others. List the name of the client, then tick which category the clients are involved in, so you have a clear understanding of where your clients are. What would be a good idea is to record the annual fees earned from each client under their industry classification, so that you not only know the numbers of clients in a particular industry, but also the fees that you currently generate from them and the percentage of those fees to your total fees within the firm. And then we have here a suggested program that you might negotiate with the client to supply Chief Financial Officer services to the client. You might be able to add some other items. You obviously might be able to delete some items. And then we have the strategic management consultancy. What might be included in that as a package of services to be offered to a client to justify a fee of $30,000 to $60,000 per annum to offer those services. This is work, though, that we would be suggesting is performed by a partner, because it's literally acting as an executive director within the company, special advisor to the CEO, trying to ensure that the business's objectives are met. Then I'll just show you the gold package of bundled services that could be included in a gold package product. So what we've shown you in this part 1 series has been a review of the starting to get ready to introduce business advisory services. We've discussed leadership, team training, products, services to offer. We have a special promotion on. It's our contribution to the digital disruption debate. We believe accountants should be preparing themselves now to offer a broader range of services. So we have introduced a special 2-month discount of a subscription to ESS BIZTOOLS Gold Package, which includes ESS Biz Grants. This is available to the 31st of August. It represents a 33% discount on our normal fee. So we're charging $1,990 including GST for 24/7 access for 12 months for an office. We are presenting some additional webinars in this 2 months period to give everyone who might be interested in ESS BIZTOOLS the opportunity to have a good look at our products. So the programs on the screen at present, to make it easier, they're all presented at 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can register for these webinars by going to our website www.essbiztools.com.au. We are repeating some webinars throughout that 2-month period, so the dates of the repeat webinars are listed there separately. We're also developing a implementation program to assist accountants who believe that they will need some consulting advice to implement the business advisory services products. This will probably start in mid to late October, and will be delivered via webinars and weekly mentoring via Skype. So if you are interested in that type of package being presented to your firm, and the material will be presented by the people listed on the screen there now, if you can send us an email and tell us that, we will keep you informed of progress in the development of our business advisory services implementation program. So thank you very much for participating in this webinar today. We are presenting part 2 of the introduction to business advisory services in the near future. Please check our website for that date. We look forward to your participation. If you have any questions at all on the introduction of business advisory services to your accountancy business, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.